welcome back to another video with me. Today is Faith Friday and I'm so excited for what I have for you guys today. I decided to do it outside and y'all see all the noise going on. Planes never fly by my house this much, but now all of a sudden all these planes flying by when I'm doing this video. Ain't that crazy? I just want to give you guys a quick energy boost amidst all the quarantine jokes, and I'll put some of my favorites in here because y'all know black people like to joke. There's actually a legitimate rational fear that we have, and that is the coro, okay, or RONA as we like to call it. YouTube is actually blocking videos that say the actual name, so y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? RONA, coro. If you guys don't know, this genus of virus is actually not new. With the planes, or there's never been this many planes, I'm telling y'all. We're not even supposed to be traveling. Where are y'all going? Like I was saying, if you guys don't know, this genus of virus is not new. This is just a new strain, and what that means is whenever there's a new strain of virus, the information surrounding it is very limited, and it causes us not to have all the knowledge possible to overcome it in a short period of time. You know what, y'all, so I just flipped the script. Flip. I've never heard that many planes fly by my house in my entire time of living here, but it's funny because that's not gonna stop me. I tried to give y'all some little outside scene, but that's okay. Y'all got that, and now let's move on. Whenever there's a new strain of a virus, it's not necessarily that the virus is new, it's just the information surrounding it is very limited, and it causes us not to have all of the information needed and the knowledge possible to overcome it in a short period of time. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for it? Guess what? Guess how good God is. You know what he said? I'm gonna tell you what he said. God has actually given us unlimited information and knowledge to overcome everything possible that could happen to us in this entire world, including this pandemic. And that's why today's verse is, y'all already know the verse. If you've been reading the Bible, you probably know what verse I'm about to say, but if you're new, welcome. You know, I'm new too. We're learning together. But this one right here just hit for me. You know what the kids say? This one hit different. This one just hit different. Today's verse is actually John 16 verse 33. And it says, got my book here. I've told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Here on earth you will have many trials and sorrows, but take heart because I have overcome the world. Now, you know, on any normal day reading this, you're just like, okay, cool. God said that he took over the world. Awesome. Okay, God, you said you overcame the world, but I'm scared right now though. Coro is coming for us right now though, okay? People coughing and I'm ducking right now though. So I get you overcame the world. That's awesome. But if somebody coughs on me, I might catch a case, Jesus. So what do I do? In case you didn't catch it, let me just wind it back for you. God said, I ain't say this is what Jesus said. Our peace comes from him. And I'll read it again in case you didn't hear it. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. There's a lot of things going on that are uncertain, that are scary, and we're just like, God, I don't understand why this is happening. It's okay for us to feel like that. Obviously, nobody wants a pandemic. Nobody wants people to get sick. Nobody wants people to die. But we have them. They happen. Our biggest thing as Christians is this is not the time for us to try to be like, man, God, I don't understand why you letting these things happen, because number one, God never promised us to have a life that was pain-free. If you thought signing up to be a Christian meant that you're never gonna get hurt, you're never gonna feel pain, you're never gonna feel uncomfortable, you're never gonna feel uncertain, you're never gonna feel any bad feelings, I'm sorry to break it to you, but baby, that's not how life works, okay? Because bad things are gonna happen. Things that are out of your control are going to happen, and the reason why they happen is because God is letting you know, I'm always in control. And it's times like these that really show you don't have control over your life. Like, if it was up to us, I'm pretty sure half of us would not be stuck in our house right now. Look at the way God moves. God doesn't do stuff the way you want him to do it because he has a bigger goal he's trying to accomplish. Maybe the goal that you have for yourself is very limited. Like I said in the beginning with the koro koro, since it's a new strain, there's limited information, so there's limited ways to overcome it. And if you think about yourself, you are limited information. You are the new strain of virus, okay? If you try to do stuff by yourself, you're never going to have all of the answers because you are a limited being. All of us, our knowledge, our thoughts, everything we do is limited. And the person that we lean on and rely on to get us through these times where we don't know what to do is Jesus, because his knowledge is unlimited. His source is unlimited because he has created everything. So it just makes perfect sense that in these times, nobody's saying that you're supposed to just go out and let people cough on you, though, because God did give us wisdom. And you know, if they're telling you you're going to catch this by droplets, you're not going to let somebody sneeze on you. Don't panic like how somebody who doesn't believe in God would, because you know God already overcame this. And no matter what happens, if you get the koro koro, if you don't get the koro koro, if you feel like this is a waste of time and you don't understand how science works, which I will link some videos actually in my description bar, so that if you guys don't know why they're telling us to stay inside, you can understand why they're telling us to stay inside. Just understand that God is right here with us all the time. Ask yourself some questions. What does your reaction to what's going on tell you about where your faith with God is really at? Just ask yourself the question. You don't have to tell anybody. Just really sit there and assess and say, if I'm this panicked about something that's out of my control, how am I going to allow God to do everything for me in my life? Because nothing in your life is in control. I have a solution, you guys, for this. So I'm not just gonna come at you like that and then just leave you hanging, okay? Since we're all on quarantine, guys, this is the perfect time. There's no excuse for why you can't do something. Okay, you're stuck in the house anyway. All you're doing is probably binge watching Love is Blind on Netflix, eating snacks. You're not doing nothing for real. And if you are, you know, you're working from home, kudos to you, but you can still get this too. I came up with the Power 15. Well, actually, I didn't really come up with it because, you know, nothing is really original, but this is a borrowed idea, I'll say. And the Power 15 is going to be 15 minutes in the morning that you dedicate just to God. Because, you know, in these times, we need to have more time with God, not less. The Power 15 is set up into 5-minute increments of things that we can do just about God, that's uninterrupted, just for Jesus. And, you know, if you're a little bit more seasoned, obviously, in your faith, you can do more than 15 minutes. But this is for people who are you just need to get your toe in the water, and you got 2 weeks to do it. As soon as you wake up, you're going to pray for 5 minutes. If you want, you can set an alarm for 5 minutes. If you could kind of time yourself in your head, I guess, 5 minutes. But give yourself 5 minutes to just pray truthfully. Tell God what you're worried about. Tell God what you're scared about. Tell God what you're thankful for. Just talk to him for 5 minutes. Then you're going to have 5 minutes of worship. Favorite 5-minute or so gospel song right now is Blessed and Highly Favored by the Clark Sisters. I'm telling y'all, that song, it just starts off with He got me through hard trials. And that's just, I'm just done from there. The last 5 minutes of your Power 15, you're going to read for 5 minutes. Now, I put together a few scriptures that you can read and meditate on, or, you know, just take notes and really like ask yourself, ask questions about it. Personally, I read chapters every day because I feel like that's a little bit more conducive. But if you're just starting out, just find a few verses. You can even Google like, hey, verses about fear, verses about love, verses about conquering all, verses about disease, like anything that's worrying you, just Google it. And you find that verse, you go to the Bible, read it, truly just be in that moment for that 5 minutes and ask yourself questions, ask God questions, just be present. I did put together a few for you guys just in case you need like a guideline, and then you guys can branch out from there. Psalms 139 verse 16 is a very good one. Psalms 34 verse 4 is a good one. And the entire chapter 14 in the book Matthew, very good for what we're going through right now. You guys just have to remember, God is always in control. Okay, he's ordered our steps from day one. Don't be afraid of what's going on. Know that we're gonna come through this. None of our lives were promised to be storm free. That's just not how this thing goes, unfortunately. Know that God is in control. Know that God is going to come through no matter what. He always does. He always will. And the Bible is proof that he always did in the past, in case you forget. And don't be afraid, guys. Do, of course, listen to what your health officials say, because, you know, don't be one of those. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about. They think, oh, God got me. But then you doing all the stuff that they're telling you not to do. You still have to follow the laws of the land because they're in place for a reason. Like I said, check out the links in the description that will have more insight if you guys just want to know about Koro Koro and how it works and why it's so important to stay home. Okay, just another shout out to all the healthcare officials. I don't even have the words to say thank you, and I hope one day when I am in the field that I can kind of start something that would show appreciation to people who work in the healthcare field, because it's really a tough job. Be nice to people. Don't fight over toilet paper, okay? We have to be the example. We have to be the peace as Christians in a world that is full of unrest, full of destruction, full of disease. There's always going to be something, and it's our response to it that makes a difference. So I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful another week of quarantine. I will definitely see you guys in next week's Faith Friday video. Bye.